Hi folks, this is Mike Masuda here in the San Francisco South Bay. I just got these yesterday. These are conga cajons made by Toca Percussion. The one on the left over here has a snare and a low bass part. Over here is this is called the triple cajon, conga cajon, and it has 3 different sections here playing different tones. Without further ado, let me go ahead and demonstrate the sound of these things. Here. There we go. So this one's the snare cajon. There's the little raspy snare part. There's the bass part there. You can actually play the edges out here. You'll get a different sound compared to the center. The snare. So there's that one, and then this one over here, the triple conga cajon. So a lot of versatility in these things. I can play, you know, with these on these drums for hours. All right, but earlier today, I just was thinking about this. I said, you know what? I have this thing in the other room that might actually work with these things, right? Because the sound of the bottoms of these, the low end, is almost identical because they are the same geometry in terms of the cavity size, right? So they're pretty much the same. So to distinguish one from the other, you can try something like this. I have here the Cajon Port made by O-Port. This is typically made for kick drums. This one's specifically for cajons. You stick it in the sound hole of the cajon, and then you attach this on the back end to sort of like put it in place, and it drops the overall fundamental frequency of the cajon down just as it does with kick drums, right? And so it's a neat little device. It's not for everybody. Not everyone likes the sound of this thing. You know, I liked it for a bit and then I didn't like it. So, you know, I keep trying this out with different things, right? But I realized, you know what? This thing here has a hole in the bottom. It's about the same size. Let me see if I can make it work. All right, so I went and bought some weather stripping tape. The weather stripping tape you can get at like a hardware store like Home Depot or whatever. It's adhesive on one side, as you can see here. And it's about maybe a 1/4 inch thick and about 1 inch wide. All right, you just wrap it around. I did it twice and fastened it with a little bit of tape here. And this fits onto the back here. So just to give you an idea of the difference in tone. So it went from boom, 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 to boom, 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 right? Almost like a fourth below the note that you had originally, right? And so it dropped the fundamental. Well, that's kind of cool too. Almost like an udu. See, you can come up with all sorts of versatile things you can do with this thing, right? Again, if you're using just the speaker to hear this, you probably won't hear a thing I'm doing. In terms of the low frequencies, I recommend using headphones, right, for this, so you can hear the low frequency output of these. But this little attachment in the bottom here reduced or lowered the frequency, fundamental frequency of the drum here. So now when you play the low here versus, you can hear the difference in the tone the low frequency of this one is about 4 notes lower than this one over here, right? So this gives it a little bit more space in between the different drums here. And by putting that underneath there, it also cleans up the bottom end. You get a lower frequency output, but you also clean up some of the mud down there that tends to overlap between one and another, right? So. And, you know, there's no reason why these things should face out like this. You can turn them around the other way if you like. You know, it's up to you how you want to, you know, arrange these things to your liking. And it doesn't have to be that way, you know, forever. So you can versatile swip these around the other way or change the positions of these things from left to right, you know. So there's a lot of different things you can do with these drums. I just got this yesterday and I can't stop playing them because they're just so much fun to play. I'm not trying to advertise for these things for anybody. I'm not getting any kickback or anything like that. I just wanted to show you the little MacGyver thing that I did, you know, by putting that Cajon Port on the bottom of the drum to lower the pitch. That was the whole point of the video here, right? But I wanted to at least show you and showcase what these things are capable of doing. If you have a bad back and you play cajon, which is the typical box drum that people sit on when they play, this might be a better alternative for you. So you don't have to hunch over, you know, when you're playing so much. You can keep your back straight and play these things properly, right? So it saves the wear and tear on your lower back by buying one of these, all right, instead of playing the cajon. It is a little bit, you know, unruly to sort of like lug around. They are made out of fiberglass. There's no case that comes with this. So you're kind of stuck having to put this, you know, throw this in the back of your seat or whatever with a blanket over it, I think. But I guess it's good enough, you know, for what it is. And it is pretty versatile. I mean, it can fit in to any sort of, you know, any sort of genre. It is a lot quieter than my drum kit, okay, obviously. It is smaller, more portable, of course, than my regular drum kit. Minimal setup here, but it has a world, a universe, essentially, of different tones you can produce with this if you're clever enough to play around and figure out these things, right? So, you know, I leave it up to you to, you know, explore with these things a little bit more, but I wanted to at least demonstrate the MacGyver thing that I did at the bottom of the drum here for this one, right? I hope this was helpful to you, and yeah, happy exploring, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.